There's some big bad boys. Satan's going to try his best to shut this church down. But I got news for him. He ain't going to stop the church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. Try as he might. And he's already tried, and he's knocked people out. Guess what? The church is going to stand. The church is going to stand. The church is going to conquer this city. The church is going to see a mighty revival. It doesn't matter what Satan throws. It doesn't matter. All we got to do is get on board. All we got to do is get on board. All we got to do is learn the enemy. Learn his tactics. Learn what he uses against you personally. I don't know if y'all remember the dream I had, I guess it was last year or the year before, where I had the dream about, it was in Greek. In my dream, I was like at this house, and I'd walked in. It was a very crowded house, and I walked in all the way to the back of the house, and there was this man sitting in a chair in a shadow in a corner. I couldn't see his face, and he told me, "You don't know your battlefield." And it was to me personally, but it was also to the church. I felt it was. At the time, when I woke up from the dream, I knew it meant something. And he said, "You don't know your battlefield," and that's when the dream ended. Well, when the dream first started and I walked into the house, there was a sign outside, and it had some words in it, and I wrote it down, and I don't have it now, but it said cognitum something or another. Anyway, and I woke up, and those words were stuck in my mind, and I couldn't get them out of my mind. I knew it was very significant, and I knew they weren't Spanish or anything like that. So I started looking it up, and I found out they were actually Latin. They were Latin words. And I looked them up, and it said something about the mind. I wish I had. Yeah, the battlefield is the mind or something like that. But it was in Latin in my dream. So right after that is when the church started being under attack, and it started coming against all the ministry and then the leaders in the church. But I believe that we're coming out of all that. God's done tried us with the lion and with the bear. He's done tried us. We've proven we can take them down. Now it's time for Goliath. Now it's time for the giants in this city. Come on. We know the battlefield. We know the tactics the enemy's going to use against us. Telling us that we're not good enough. That we're never going to grow. Our family can't be saved. We're never going to conquer that one thing in our life that's held us back all these years. But I got news for the devil. We are going to conquer. We are more than conquerors for Christ. Let's all stand and pray. Jesus, we worship you, oh God. We magnify your name, Jesus. We lift you up, oh God. We magnify you, oh God. We praise you, oh God.